Okay. I phoned the bank and they said that they sent it on Tuesday, so it just hasn't arrived yet. Okay, so when I was on the phone waiting for the bank, I realised that I did not actually implement this correctly. So instead of doing this, what I should do is just go push load params. Block ID, data, params like that. And deal with it inside, then I don't need to do that. And I just move this code. Except, no, the code's going to be much better. Okay, because I'm not going to be pushing all of these actions onto a queue. And then also I won't be generating all these UI events during the load, which should not be happening. So I go in here. Oops. Load params. Block ID. Slim params. And this is an immutable data structure, so it's really cheap to copy. If you look in here, yeah. So that's why I can just cram it into this variant. Load params. So all of this stuff where are we? Let's just create a thing here. Getting lost. All of this is not going to look like this, but it'll look something like this. So I'm going to go like this. Actually, it's going to look pretty similar, I guess. Model this. Starting to change my mind. Thing is, I want to do this, but without the UI event. I want to do exactly this, but without this UI event, because it doesn't make any sense to do that while loading. Or does it? I don't think it does. Okay, I changed my mind about what I'm doing. I'm just going to put a thing in here. Oh, I don't know. I don't know. This is just getting a bit hacky. If I do this, notify true. What? Where is it? What? Okay, thanks for that. Cool, thanks. Okay, static. This thing. So don't notify. And then if a notify, then we'll do that. Okay, now what? I don't understand. Didn't I discard that? What's wrong with you? So, I don't know what's going on. It's still doing it. Oh, that's the slider. So the sliders have the same problem. Okay. Google notify equals true. And here as well. This object file is way too big. So massive. Okay, so I don't have that problem anymore. Okay, let's see what's going on. So when I do this and then slice, something fucked up happens. That's crazy. What is going on? Hold on. It's nothing to do with slicing. Let me just double check that's not an existing bug that nobody's reported. I don't think it would be. Surely somebody would have pointed that out if that was an existing bug. That's an existing bug. That's so weird. Weird envelope. This is fixed. Alright, so this was an existing bug. Let's fix it now. The fuck is that? So weird. What is happening? So it looks like it's trying to draw this segment. And it's saying, where is the right hand point? Because the right hand point is wherever the right hand edge of the block is. But if we do this, the right hand point becomes the left hand point. But it's still rendering this segment, which it shouldn't be rendering, I think is the issue here. So, how many blockhead windows do I have open? Okay. And is it in here? Envelope editor. Envelope editor drawing. Let's see. I think the problem is going to be make segments. It shouldn't generate that segment if it's off the edge of the block, right? I can't just read this and figure out what's... Okay, let's create a simple reproduction case. For example, just a single point causes this issue, like that. So let's see what's happening. One point. Segment is at least partially visible. What is the segment? Is it to the bit to the left or to the right of the point? Surely it's the bit to the right. Interact points 1. So the end. No, it's the bit to the left. Okay. Big X. Yep. The segment is the bit to the left. Size width is the width of the pixel width of the block, or the envelope editor. So segment is at least partially visible, true. So we push the segment, and that's it. We have one segment that we want to draw. But then we make another segment. For the end. This seems like there's always been a bug. But let me just check something. Yeah, I see why it wasn't a bug. It's because in 037 I stopped using viewports for the envelope editors. So it was always rendering the segments like this, but the viewport was just clipping, like it just wasn't visible because it was going outside of the viewport, but now there's no viewport, so that's what's going on. Okay. So let me just try to understand. So it's just not being clipped. I can I just can I just turn on clipping and have Godot do it for me? Surely. Okay, is there a canvas item or something that I'm drawing to? Drawing. Here we go. Canvas item. Points, line. Canvas item clip. Set clip. Wow. Set clip. Drawing. Line. True. And let's do the same thing for the points. And for the segment editor. And for the hover feedback. The grid doesn't matter. I think this will just magically fix it. Won't that be nice? Yeah. It didn't work. Why doesn't that fix it, I wonder? Oh, because the canvas item, right. Excuse me. The canvas item. What the hell does that even do? Set clip. Because these canvas items don't have bounds. What does that even do? Set clip. Set clipping for the canvas item. What does that mean? These canvas items don't have a size associated with them. There must be something I'm missing. Clip. Set clip. Region. Set custom rect. It must be that. Okay, let's do that. That sounds good. Canvas item set custom rect. Get rect. GetRect is a good name for a function. True. Is this okay to do this? Surely this will work. It doesn't work. I don't know. I don't know about that. It's kind of weird. I just don't understand what this function does then. What's the point of this function? This documentation is so bad. Ah! There's a spider. There's a spider on my wall. It's a really creepy one as well. Okay, I'm not going to get anywhere with this. Just trying to guess how to use the Visual Server with such terrible documentation. Let's get rid of that stuff. Okay, let's just update this then. If end x is greater than big X, then we do that. Otherwise we do not. Which is not going to solve the issue completely, but it will slightly solve it. Okay, so now the situation is this. Okay, so the points now. Now I just check if the points are outside. Make interact points. No, it's draw points that I care about. Draw points. Interact points. No, maybe I do. No, it's this one. Okay. If I point x is greater than what is this doing? Basis song to basis song to screen. Okay, so this is relative to the left edge of the block. So if it's greater than or equal to 0. And it's less than or equal to that, then we do that. Otherwise don't. This should have quite a nice effect actually, where I think the visuals of the point will overflow the block a little bit. Oh, okay, that's wrong. Obviously, yeah. This makes sense. Yeah. So that doesn't make sense. Right, so this is doing the entire envelope, is it? Regardless of whether it's... I see. Okay, there's room for optimization there, but I don't think it's important, so I'm just going to ignore it. And I'm just going to edit this function instead to say if x is less than 0 or yeah. Oh. Okay. Let's just pass that in, shall we? So the points are going to be there, but they're just not going to be drawn if they're outside of the editor. Interesting little interaction there. It's quite... We've got this effect now where this glowing effect sort of overflows the edge of the block, which is actually not terrible. Or maybe it is. Maybe it's too visually messy. Obviously, if I could just get clipping to work properly, then that would not be an issue. And then this bit down here as well. What's going on there? Oh, well, that's broken. That's very weird, isn't it? There's an off by 1 error. Oh, and I've got another issue here. Okay, there's still problems. Selected point index equals index. Oh right, because I'm not incrementing index. So now that's correct at least. I don't know what's going on there. What is happening? Don't quite understand what's happening there. Segment is at least partially visible. It isn't. End is at minus 192. So it's not partially visible. So I'm adding this empty segment thing for some reason. And then what happens? Okay, the second one, it seems like it is visible. Oh, I see. So I should say this? Is that right? I'm not convinced. Mm. This? I'm not thinking about it, I'm just guessing. Just trying things that feel right. Thinking is overrated. Just guess. It's much better. Well, okay. So when the cursor gets close to these points, it draws a little visualization. So that's why that's showing up when the cursor gets too close. Like in that situation, that's what's happening there. It's because the cursor is close enough. But otherwise, this is correct now. I really need to disable this gesture thing. Um, when an editor is open, I need to do that. This is now okay. This overflows the block, which is fine. It doesn't look that bad. If I said it was intentional, then people would probably believe me. This is all looking fine. I need to solve this because that looks weird, I think. Or maybe it doesn't. Yeah, I should solve it. So you can select a point that is actually outside of the block. Like that. It's not that bad. I mean, it's kind of nice that you can do that, I guess. The cursor gets close enough. And maybe I'll just leave it, because it's not that bad. It does interact weirdly with the resize thing. Okay, I'm just going to leave that for now. The gestures, yeah. I need to make it so that when you hold down shift, you can do this. But if you try to do that when an envelope is open, then it's just going to do that. So it doesn't actually make sense. So that should be easy. Let's see, gestures. Should be easy. Hover. Oh. This returns an ID, okay. If is editing I should just disable it anytime a block is editing. Oh yeah. Yep. Don't want to write it like that. Okay, so now I can do this, but if there's an editor open, it doesn't work, which is good. So I'm just holding down Shift. That should also apply to these editors as well. So that's cool. Okay. What did I do? Fix invalid editor rendering issues. Yeah, I'm surprised nobody reported that. That's okay. So delete and manipulate, then undo. And the following can be observed. So we have an amp, delete, undo, and now we have two buttons. The first one is fine, the second one is evil. Yep. So what's happening there? Let's see. It would probably be this thing. When we disable, all the buttons should be removed. So when this happens, release button. There we go. And then when we undo the deletion, in the wrong place. There we go. When we undo the deletion, this will happen. We have one manipulator, so we add one button. Add button. Okay. Now this is happening again. On manip added. On manip added. So you telling me that I should just get rid of that? Does everything still work? Are you telling me? I don't believe you that that still works. Let's see, if I do this and then do this. And then place it. Yeah, that doesn't work. It's not true at all. Do you need this? So the manipulator already exists. The manipulator already exists on the block that's just been loaded when you undo it back into existence. The manipulator should have already... The manipulator already exists. So what's going on? Add manipulator. Delete. Undo. So this is happening here, which is fine. Which happens in here. And then it also happens here because the manipulator has been added. Okay. Well, I think I'm just going to have to check if it's already been added, and if it has, then cancel out of this. I don't like that solution at all. This is a hack. Now what's going on? This is something unrelated. I'll look at that in a second. I don't want to get distracted here. I added the attack manipulator and it errored. So delete, undo, and now it's fine. Redo, undo, redo, undo. So if I add this, then it crashes somewhere else completely. Here's clamp range. -1. This spec is -1. This envelope has no spec. That doesn't make sense. Why would it only be... What's going on here? So I added a manipulator for this, which maybe is not. This doesn't make sense. Envelope 826. I could not find the spec for this envelope. It doesn't make sense. This doesn't make sense. -1. So we have an envelope 814. 814. 814. 814. Fuck you. How do I get the so ID underscore? Eight, 1, 4. Ah! Eight, 1, 4. Where's this envelope coming from? Get envelope. I don't understand. What? Add what? This is weird. You must have the wrong type or something. I bet it has the wrong type somehow. Create manipulator. So we do all that. We go in here. It's clearly not. Oh, hold on. It's where is it? Ah, here. Okay, so both of these are null. No, it says the override. There's an override. Okay. Mode is override. Create env. Oh, I had the breakpoint in the wrong place. That's why. Multi-env. Wait, what? This doesn't make sense. Does it? No, it does. Oh, okay. I'm getting so confused. So 814 spec ID 0. That's not right. This spec is wrong. Spec override. Offset env. Okay. I see it. That's what happens when you copy paste. Okay, that took me a while to spot. Alright, that was a fun one. That was a real puzzle. Okay, so now this is fine. Good. You know, I didn't test yet, actually. Okay, this is not correct. It shouldn't be appearing in a group like that. The reason it's appearing in the it's because Berk is loaded first. I think this is an existing thing. Berk is loaded first, and it puts the pitch parameter into a group, and I haven't written any kind of system for resolving these kind of parameter conflicts yet. So whatever, that's fine. But if I set an offset envelope like that, then switch to override, then it crashes. What's going on? Index 7. Apparently we don't have index 7. No, we do have index 7, but we don't. It's, what's the size? Can we see the size? Size 0. Get point. What's going on here? Ah! Right. I get it. So I switched... No, I don't get it. Actually, I don't get it. Okay, I don't know what the problem is here. Create a manipulator with amp. Do that. Switch to override. Yeah, exactly. This should close and reopen, and it didn't when I changed the envelope mode. Yes. Oh yeah, I was going to do that, and I didn't create a note. So let's do it now. Yeah, I noticed this earlier. I didn't notice it in the UI, but I noticed it in code that I wasn't dealing with what happens when the env mode changes. Set mode. Yeah, nothing happens. Because what we're supposed to do is tree envelope editor enable. If I do again, I shouldn't have this body. It's not needed anymore. I can just get rid of that. Don't need that either. Cannot type. What's going on? My fingers are broken. What's going on here? Get mode, set mode. I think what we do instead is set edit get edit init pref ID and then I have to do a visit. I have to dispatch this variant. Do I want to do this here? No, let's do it here. Like this. Oh, I don't have the the block instance here. All right. I know what I'm doing, sort of. This is a very goofy line of code, but it's basically just going to reopen the envelope editor with the selected envelope. Okay, good. Seems to be working. Okay. Oh, it's just a nightmare. Fix? What did I fix? More manipulator issues. Okay, I think I'm going to send this to my guy for testing now.